Now the springs are both being contained, we can remove the nuts holding the two plates together. One and the fifth one. Now very carefully lift up the front plate by pressing on the last little bit of tension out of the springs, and then lift the plate with taking the escape wheel out. We'll put that in the time side container for our parts. Now, next piece, Motion Works. Comes off the top. Next wheel. Third wheel. Second wheel. First wheel. And we'll take the strike lever out. You'll have to bend up the little spring that holds it in place. There we go, we can now remove it. The spring that powers the time train. There. Now, another lever, a little spring on it. That one. And one, we'll pop them in there. The count lever. Now the vane, the governor. Turn it around so we can see it better. The first wheel, if we can get it out. And then remove the time train spring. There we have it, it's all stripped down. That's our parts, all from the strike side in one container. These are the parts, the wheels and the motion works from the time side in a separate container. So before we can put the parts into the ultrasonic to clean them, we'll have to remove the springs from the clamps, clean them, and that's what we'll do next. First we'll remove the mainspring clamp from the spring, then we'll clean the spring. First thing to do, tighten the winding arbor. Into the spring winder. place this hook in the back. Then tighten down the spring winder. That's got it. That's all tight. Now wind the spring a little bit tighter so that we can remove the clamp, like so. Reverse the motion of the winder and slowly let the spring down. Alright. Now remove the spring from the spring winder. Now we'll clean the spring. Now remove the spring from the winding arbor. Now put a piece of plain rod into the spring winder. Put the spring on that. Pop the clamp on. Now we'll put a little bit of blue Kero on a light abrasive pad. And then we'll move that up and down the full length of the spring to remove any grime, gunked up oil or anything else that's on the spring. Full length up and back. Alright. Now, using a piece of dry cloth, wipe the Kero off the spring. Right up to the top. Then wiping it down again to the full length. Turning it over, keeping it clean side there. Now we'll let that sit for a minute while we get another piece of clean cloth and wipe it down again. Okay, next piece of clean cloth. We'll repeat the drying of the spring and cleaning all the Kero, that's looking cleaner, all the Kero off. And then back again, full length of the spring. The rag's looking pretty clean. We're ready now to lubricate the spring. Now, we use PTFE grease to grease springs, main springs, because oil will be pushed out very quickly once the spring is tensioned. Right, unwind the spring. Now nice and dry, we've cleaned it. And then squeeze some grease, a little bit of grease onto your finger, touch it with your thumb to spread it out, thumb on the top, finger on the bottom of the spring, and then slowly drag your finger and thumb along the spring as such. You run out of grease, a little bit more, squeeze it between your thumb and finger, and repeat, running down the full length of the spring. One more. Alright. And then we'll go back and check the grease is evenly distributed. On the spring back, thumb and finger again, pull it down, smoothing the grease as you go. Okay. Almost done. Right down to the loop end. Right. Now, move the spring, which is now cleaned and greased. Place it in a bag. Preferably marked so you know which spring is which. This is the one from the going side. And put it aside. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below. I'll now clean the strike side and I'll respond to them. Spring, then we'll resume. Thanks for watching.